You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Civil war breaks out among Trump lawyers at each other's throats, based on an article by Tom Bagay. When elite law firms choose their client over the law, Trump's fight is not the story's core. Donald Trump is still trying to escape the money he owes Jean Carroll after losing 2 jury verdicts, and Sullivan Cromwell is now deeper in that effort than it first pretended to be. The firm initially told partners it would keep its distance from Trump's push to overturn the verdicts, then inserted itself into the Carroll matters anyway. The real decision-makers? The central fact here is not Trump's legal bluster. It is institutional choice. Sullivan Cromwell's executive committee approved Trump as a client, and it did so without consulting the larger managing partners committee that typically handles controversial representations. That is not a clerical detail. That is a small group concentrating power, then using the firm's prestige to validate a man the courts have already found liable for sexual abuse and defamation. The red line was theater. The firm's red line was always provisional. It reassured partners, then vanished the moment the work became inconvenient to avoid. This is how elite institutions launder their own complicity. They announce standards in public language, then quietly bend them in private once the money, status, or access looks attractive enough. The misdirection is the point. The story could be framed as a conflict inside a prestigious law firm. That framing is too polite. The real issue is that a powerful legal shop is helping a political strongman resist accountability after 2 juries already spoke. Calling this merely representation hides the moral choice embedded in it. Big law is not being dragged around by Trump's chaos. It is making room for it. What this reveals: Sullivan Cromwell's behavior shows how authoritarian power is sustained in upscale clothing. The abuse is public. The liability is established. The resistance to consequence is organized by institutions that know better. Trump does not need loyalists everywhere. He needs enough ambitious gatekeepers to decide that access is worth more than principle. This is what institutional cowardice looks like when it has a balance sheet and a committee structure. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Raw Story for today's article, with the automated voice of Marcus. Thanks for listening.